My name is Helen from Texas. I am 65 years old. I owned a big cattle ranch. Helen's ranch was my father's gift to me. My husband died 7 years ago. I ran the ranch all alone. The work was very hard daily. I needed help with the cattle. I hired a young man named Caleb. He was 20 years old then. Caleb worked very hard every day. He fixed fences and fed horses. He was polite and very kind. I felt comfortable around him always. We talked during lunch breaks often. He listened to my stories patiently. He said I was still beautiful. Age did not matter to him. I began to trust him completely. My heart felt warm and happy. The other ranch workers warned me. They said he wanted my land. I did not listen to them. Love made me deaf and blind. He brought me wild flowers daily. His smile was gentle and sweet. We ate dinner together every night. I cooked his favorite meals always. He said he loved me deeply. Money meant nothing to his heart. I believed every word he spoke. Hope filled my lonely soul again. We married after 6 short months. The town people were very shocked. My neighbors said I was foolish. Old women should not trust boys. But I felt happy and alive. Love was worth every risk taken. He moved into my big house. The ranch felt complete with him. I added his name to everything. He was my partner and husband. We worked together on the ranch. The cattle business was doing well. But slowly, he began changing completely. He stayed in town at night. He said he was buying supplies. I trusted him and asked nothing. Money started disappearing from the bank. Large amounts went missing each week. I asked him about the bills. He said ranching was very expensive. I worked harder to make money. The ranch was all we had, but he spent more time away. His excuses were getting weaker daily. One evening, I followed him quietly. My heart was beating very fast. He went to a bar downtown. A young girl was waiting there. They danced and kissed all night. My world fell apart that moment. I drove home crying and broken. Everything I believed was a lie. The next morning, I confronted him. He showed no shame at all. He said I was too old. Young men needed fun and excitement. He said the ranch was. Half of everything belonged to him. I begged him to stay home, but he packed his clothes quickly. The girl waited in her car. She looked 20 years old, too. They drove away to California together. I never saw him again. Ever. The lawyer said marriage laws protected. Half the ranch was his legally. I had to sell the cattle. Bills were piling up very high. The house felt empty and cold. Every room held painful memories now. I sat on the porch crying. Rain began to fall that evening. The horses ran free in fields. I could not afford their food. My neighbors came to help sometimes, but pride made me refuse always. The ranch slowly fell apart completely. Fences broke and gates hung open. Weeds grew tall in pastures where cattle used to graze and play. I had no money for repairs. Everything was breaking down around me. The bank threatened to take everything. I owed too much money now. I sold my wedding ring, sadly. It bought food for 1 month. The gold band was very small, but it held all my broken. Spring came, but brought no hope. My health was getting worse daily. I coughed and felt tired always. The doctor said stress was killing. I could not afford his medicine. Free clinics were too far away. Summer was hot and lonely too. The house had no cool air. I sat by windows, watching dust. Wind blew across empty fields constantly. My father built this ranch proudly. 3 generations lived here before me. Now it would die with me. No children would continue our legacy. The town newspaper wrote about us. They called our marriage a scandal. People whispered when I shopped downtown. Their eyes showed pity and shame. I stopped going to church services. God seemed very far away then. Fall brought cold winds back again. I prepared for another hard winter. The roof leaked in 3 places. Rain came through holes in ceiling. I put buckets under the drips. Water made sad music all night. My photo album told the story, from happy bride to broken woman. He smiled in our wedding picture, but his eyes looked cold somehow. I should have seen the warning. Young men rarely love old women, but loneliness makes hearts desperate, and hope can blind us to truth. My story ends with hard lessons. Love cannot be bought or forced. Trust must be earned very slowly. Quick love is usually fake love. The rain falls on my roof. I listen to its lonely song. My horses are gone forever now. The fields are empty and quiet. I wanted to be loved deeply. That dream cost me everything precious. The ranch will be sold soon. A young family wants to buy. Maybe they will be happy here. Love should fill these rooms again. My time here is ending fast, but memories will stay with me. I learned that real love grows. It cannot be rushed or bought. Some dreams are too expensive for hearts to pay the full price.